Hello, welcome back. We're on day 6 of the Spring Yoga series. Today we're going to be taking it down a notch and come into more of a meditation after yesterday. For those of you who want to just skip it and carry on with the more intense workout stuff, then I really do encourage you just to stick with it because we're going to do some really important, very, very deep core exercises, and they're really important for strength and building strength, and for being able to enable us to sort of step out of the darkness of winter and into spring. So we'll meet in a seated position on the mat when you're ready.
I have everything I need. I am who I wanna be. I am who I wanna be.
So we'll just start by closing down the eyes and taking some deep breaths deep into the belly. Really deep into the belly. This is when we breathe deep into the belly like this with long inhales and exhales. Our body begins to feel safe, like we know we're not going to have to respond with any kind of fight or flight or freeze. When we're breathing deeply deep into the belly rather than up into the chest, our body feels safe. Our body sort of reduces its cortisol, adrenaline, which we do need those, but maybe not so much of them. So really breathing in deep, really feel it. You might want to put your hands on your belly, really feel it, really deep into the belly. So that's what's expanding here. Really visualize the breath reaching right down to the pit of the tummy, pit of the stomach. And on the exhales, releasing tension across the shoulders, the neck and the jaw. Maybe on the next exhale, open your mouth and breathe out through the mouth. Even stick your tongue out. Releasing the jaw and the tongue, the tension in the tension in the jaw and tongue. So straight away, what we're going to do is thinking of length from the bottom of the spine up to the crown of the head, tilting the chin slightly forwards. We're going to draw the tummy button towards the spine backwards. So just engaging the abdominal muscles, just a little sort of hello. It's nothing big. There's no movement. It's just a little engaging. So that should be the only place in your body where you're feeling tension. And if you notice that you're tensing up somewhere else, just use those exhales to ground down to those points of contact with your mat. Just think of your body, your muscles across the shoulder and arms and back and hips, melting like soft butter. All those muscles just softening and releasing. And when you feel like you've got to a point where you're in control of what tension's being held and what isn't, we're going to be drawing up the pelvic floor. So imagining that you're holding in a pee-pee, but you're not just going to suddenly do it. As you inhale, gradually tighten up those muscles. Gradually hold in that pee-pee. If you haven't done it before, then I can explain it in depth in a different video. I'll put something up which explains it in a different video. But really, as you inhale, draw up that muscle, clenching, tightening into the belly. So you should really feel this stretch really quite on the outside of either side of your tummy muscles, closer to your hips, and as you exhale, just stay there. And inhale, stay there, remembering to control which parts of your body are being tensed. And as you exhale, slowly with control, just releasing that muscle down. And another one like that. As you inhale, drawing up the tension, slowly, slowly, until you get to the top of the breath. And as you exhale, stay there, hold it, release tension across the jaw, shoulders, and inhale here, and exhale, release. And if you're not used to doing this, you might find it really very tiring, but these are your very central muscles to your body. And when you've got them in good control, you feel really strong in your movements, and you feel like you can control your body very easily. So we're going to do the same thing again, but this time as if you really badly need a poo, and you're holding it in. So we're going to clench up as you inhale, and as you reach the tip of the inhale, you're reaching the most clenched, the most tense that you can, and try and separate that from the exercise we did before. It's a different muscle. Exhale, stay. Inhale, stay. And then as you exhale, slowly releasing all the way down. And as you inhale, drawing upwards, drawing up tension, drawing up energy. And as you exhale, stay. Release the shoulders, jaw. And as you inhale, stay. And as you exhale, slowly, with control, gradually release. We're going to do both of those exercises together. So as you inhale, drawing upwards, drawing those energies upwards, drawing the tension upwards, release the shoulders. As you exhale, stay there. And if it's really hard, just do as much as you can. And then on your next exhale, slowly release. Do one more. Inhale, drawing the energy up. And exhale, stay, holding in that tension. And as you exhale, release. We're going to roll over and come onto all fours now in a tabletop position. So we're going to take a deep inhale, expand through the chest, press through the feet. So you're going to be, really during the winter, our feet are stuck in shoes and socks all the time. We're really going to give them a bit of a stretch, a bit of a day out. So if you bend into your knees, lift your knees off the ground, press your hands into your mouth, into your mat, and as you inhale, roll forwards and expand into cow. Arch the spine, drop the belly, arch the spine, so you can wiggle from side to side, get as much movement as you like in the hips. And as you exhale, slowly rounding the spine into cat, drawing the tummy button to the spine, tucking the tailbone, tucking the chin, and inhale, bend through the elbows, expand across the seat bones. And exhale, round through the spine. Just letting every single vertebrae become released and habits go at being the one bent, because we exhale into cat, we often just bend from one vertebrae, or one or two, not one, but a few vertebrae, and the rest of them just stay tensed and straight. Inhale, coming into cow. And as you exhale, press into the feet, bring your knees up to your tummy and press back for downward dog. Let's spend a few breaths here, flexing into the back of each knee at a time, so bending, pedaling out the feet and just experimenting with the bending, maybe bending your elbows a little bit, and trying to create that cow sensation across the spine, so as though you're arching across the spine. And if you feel as though you've arrived and you're quite loose today, just bring all 10 toes off the floor and increase that stretch at the back of the knees. And just play around with it, make it yours. Then we're going to inhale up onto the toes, bring the weight over your hands, exhale, knees down, chest down, chin down, and then press the top of your feet into the mat. Let your feet come out slightly wider than your hips, and press into your feet, press into your hands. And as you come up, inhale, bring your chin to your chest, and then bring your head up, gazing to the top of the mat. Into Cobra. As you exhale, release. And inhale, we'll go again. Press into the top of the feet, into the pelvic bone. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, release. As you inhale, we're going to flex through the toes, come back through tabletop. As you exhale, let your knees come out wide. Come into child's pose. We're going to inhale back up into tabletop position. Bring your knees back underneath you with your left knee in the middle, your left hand in the middle of the mat. Let your left foot come out over the left side of the edge of the mat. And as you inhale, sweep the right arm up and straighten into the right leg. And if you want to, you can bring the right leg off the floor, off the mat, coming into a sort of side plank tabletop position. And really let your shoulders come away from your ears here. Releasing tension in the jaw. You can twist your head from side to side, gaze down, gaze all the way up to the top. Just see how you feel. And then if you want to, you can bend into the right leg, grab the right foot with your right hand, press the top of your foot into your hand and your hand into your foot, and just flex into that, opening that heart space, arching the spine, curling round. And then as you exhale, releasing all the way back down into a tabletop. So here we're going to do the same again. We're going to come back down, exhale, all the way into child's pose. Just let the spine curve round gently in child's pose. And as you inhale, coming back up, bring your right knee to the middle of the mat, your right hand to the middle of the mat. Extend, breathe in, extend the left leg out long, extend the left arm all the way around, circling up, pointing towards the sky. And inhale here, you can raise the right leg off the mat, left leg off the mat, sorry. Gaze up to the sky. Turn your head. Keep breathing. Turn your head down to the ground. Keep holding. Keep breathing. And then you can bend your left knee, can bring your left hand to your left foot. Press through the hand, press through the foot, coming into that arch, opening up the heart space. Up to the sky. Breathing, keep breathing. Enjoy the stretch, enjoy the stability, enjoy the strength. And exhale, coming all the way back down to tabletop. Here we're going to come, inhale, coming into cow. And exhale round the spine into cat. And get a lot of movement here, so coming right back, weight onto the heels. Inhale, sweeping forwards, Chin almost touching the mat as you come into cow. The inhale and exhale. Curve the spine round, coming all the way to cat, down onto the heels. And then from here, coming into a normal tabletop position and just wiggling your hips from side to side like you're wagging your tail. Let a lot of movement coming into the hips. And then exhale, release. Flex into those feet, press into the hands. We're going to come up, so we inhale through tabletop, find stability, find strength through our foundation, and exhale, bring your knees off the mat, knees into the chest, all the way into downward dog. Exhale. And flex into the downward dog. And inhale up onto the toes, gaze to the top of the mat, and tiptoeing all the way up to the top. Letting your feet come into the center, between your hands. Press into the mat, inhale coming up halfway, and exhale, release down into Uttanasana. So you can grab each side, each elbow, and just hang heavy here for a second. Enjoying the stretch to the back of the legs, just maybe flexing into each knee at a time, and spiraling the front of the thighs in towards each other, and out the back, so you're opening across the seat bones. And you can mess around with the weight as well. Just folding, putting your weight into the very part of your heels, letting your toes come off the ground. And then forward right into the toes. And enjoy that stretch. We're going to inhale and gently roll the spine up one vertebrae at a time. And inhale, coming all the way up to the top. And exhale, let your shoulders roll down your back. Shoulder blades come into place, hands fall into Tadasana, into mountain pose. So it's very strong, secure mountain, doesn't move, isn't blown about. The foundations are strong. Really drawing the energy up through the arches of the feet, up the insides of the legs, up through the pelvic floor, drawing up the pelvic floor, tilting the tailbone underneath you. So you're not arching the spine and letting your bottom stick out, you're really controlling that and letting your pelvis sit under you. And stretching your fingertips down towards the ground. Releasing the shoulders. Inhale, thinking up tall. Crown of the head reaches for the sky. One more exhale as you inhale, sweeping the arms all the way up towards the sky. And as you exhale, gaze towards your thumbs. Let your gaze follow your thumbs as your hands lead the way into the forward fold. Coming right down into the forward fold. Let your head hang heavy. And inhale, press into the hands. Heel toe your feet out wide. We're going to come into our squat. So as you inhale, just send the hips back, send the hands out forwards, coming down into our lovely squat with our hands at heart center, pressing out your knees. If your heels are off the ground, it's okay. Just be however you need to be. Maybe move your head and neck from side to side, rolling around, feeling any creaking or cracking, and really feeling the stretch into the muscles and loosening of muscles, warming up of the muscles. And then inhale here, think strong, push the energy out through that heart space. And as you exhale, slowly coming down, as slowly as you can, and actually take as many inhales and exhales as you like to get to a supine position. And just keep strong, let every vertebrae have its turn. Now really gently Coming down, letting your feet hang heavy, letting the shoulder blades come down either side, letting your arms fall as wide as they need, palms towards the sky. And listening to the sound of your breath, not pushing it, forcing it, counting it, just listening. Just knowing that each inhale fills you with that prana, that life force. And each exhale releases all that winter stagnation. Just knowing that you are where you're supposed to be. You're giving yourself this time, and it's going to make all the difference to your day. Just feeling the points of contact with the mat and growing very heavy. All your muscles are just releasing their grip on your bones and falling heavy, keeping heavy. Letting the skin of your forehead just sort of open out to the sides, releasing a frown. And to help do that, you can just bring the smallest invisible smile to your lips. And just feeling that tension across your forehead release. We start to deepen the inhale. And you bring your hands to heart center in a prayer. Bring your hands to the third eye. And as you inhale, inhale through that smile and inhale through the space in the third eye. Bringing in the light of spring into your mindset for today, bringing the lightness and the movement. And exhale, releasing. And whenever you're ready, coming back up into a seated position on the mat. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.